Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. On this segment, let's talk about the UFC 294 match between Tom Aspinall and Sergei Pavlovich. This one's going to be for the interim UFC heavyweight belt as John Jones is injured, tore a tendon in his pec, completely off the bone. He's supposed to be out for at least 8 months. Stipe Miocic is not fighting anybody. I guess they're going to rebook that one. And we have Aspinall versus Pavlovich, which is a great fight. So let's get into this matchup. Alright, starting with Tom Aspinall, talking about his style, his attributes. So Tom Aspinall has a great 1-2, sets up the right hand with a jab, then dashes in, landing a cross. Good cover of distance, solid rear leg low kick, good swarmer, puts pressure on guys, throws combinations, boxing based style, big strong guy. He's ruthless if he smells blood and gets guys against the cage, likes to unload combinations on cornered opponents. Great rear uppercut. Tom has takedowns, strong top game with ground and pound. Mirrors his stand-up, relentless, just works you over with ground and pound. He works in the clinch, throws knees, elbows. He has a submission game, BJJ black belt. He's part of this newer breed of heavyweight that can do it all. Very well rounded. Sergei Pavlovich. His fight game is multifaceted, but I feel like he has a simpler game than Tom Aspinall. Kind of a throwback heavyweight. Even though, don't get me wrong, he is well-rounded. But he's just a big, scary bruiser. So Sergei's a big, powerful guy. Hammers for fists. He has a lot of power in his punches. He's a finisher that does a lot of damage with every shot. Nothing's pitter-patter with Pavlovich. Sergei would say is boxing based as well. He throws to do a lot of damage with bad intent, but he's also measured and waits for openings. Very stiff jab, which is powerful and jarring. Sergei has great straight punches, deadly hooks and uppercuts if he's in range. Like Aspinall, if you're against the cage, he is just gonna batter you with non-stop hooks and uppercuts till you fall. Crushing ground and pound. Sergei has a background in Greco-Roman wrestling and Sambo, so he's well versed in grappling, difficult to take down. Long reach, 84 inches. Alright, so the matchup. Few things to consider. Reach advantage to Sergei with 84 inches to Tom Aspinall 78 inches. Very much a factor. Power to Sergei for me. Slight speed advantage in the hands to Tom Aspinall. Sergei has fast hands also. Movement, staying on toes, I'd say Aspinall. He's more graceful to me. Sergei's not lumbering, but he's more linear in terms of just walking you down to land bombs. Aspinall BJJ black belt, Sergei Greco-Roman again in Sambo. They both finish fights via strikes mostly. One more thing, Aspinall came back from a knee injury. Alright, so how does this fight play out? Well, I'm going to say if Tom Aspinall could survive the onslaught early on, I think his odds of winning greatly improve, but he can't take a lot of damage in the earlier rounds. Possibly, maybe Sergei could slow down as the fight goes on past the first and second. Aspinall has to make it to those later rounds. I feel like if he goes toe-to-toe with Sergei Pavlovich, I think that would be a bad idea. Now, Tom Aspinall's a come-forward fighter. He does pressure guys a lot. Sergei's the same way. And I don't think Tom Aspinall's going to win a gunfight with Sergei Pavlovich standing in the center of that cage trading blows. Sergei has too much power, man. That guy won a slugfest with Derek Lewis and Tai Tuivasa. That says a lot. He didn't take a step back. He just came right at them and won those battles. And even though I think Tom Aspinall is faster, I think he has slicker hands in terms of like combinations and angles. Also, Tom Aspinall has a great blitzing one too. I don't know, man. Sergei's no slouch with the hands. He may not be as fast as Aspinall, but being within punching range of that guy is just dangerous. I think it would be great for Tom Aspinall to try to soften him up in the earlier rounds, throw low kicks. Aspinall has great low kicks. That would be smart. Try to take out Pavlovich's wheels, which is going to affect his power and his movement, which might make him a sitting duck if Tom Aspinall uses great footwork, picks his shots, darts in and out. That reach is going to be difficult to overcome for Tom Aspinall. but he has the speed and he's really good at covering distance, getting in and out. So that could negate the reach advantage that Pavlovich has, or at least help with it. I don't think Sergei Pavlovich is going to be easy to take down. The guy's super strong. He has that Greco-Roman background, upper body strength, also Sambo background. Unless if he's gassed or tired, I think Tom would waste a lot of energy trying to go for takedowns. Even though Tom comes forward, I think his best bet again is to dance around a bit, really pick his shots, be cautious, be very aware of Sergei's punching range, be aware of his reach. He's going to have to dart in and out for the first couple of rounds, try to outpoint Pavlovich, use his speed, his movement, his agility, because I do think he has an advantage in those areas. But if he gets caught in a slugfest with Sergei, he's going to be playing into Sergei's game. And it don't take many shots with that guy to really hurt you or get you out of there. So I'm going to say if the fight is finished earlier, I think it might be Sergei finishing that fight. But if the fight starts going the distance, I can kind of see Tom Aspinall taking over. What Sergei Pavlovich is going to have to do, if Tom Aspinall doesn't just come forward, he's going to have to cut the cage off on Tom Aspinall. I think Sergei's going to be stronger. Sergei likes to get a hold of guys and just jackhammer them with that right hand. So if he can corner Tom Aspinall, get a hold of him, unload on him with that right hand, the fight's going to go very well for him, especially if he gets Aspinall against the cage. I mean, think of what Sergei Pavlovich did to Tai Tuivasa, and that guy has a crazy chin. I think if either of these guys get top position, they have finishing ability there, it would be bad for either to be on their back. I don't think anybody's getting subbed in this fight. I think it's going to be a victory via TKO from strikes for either guy, or it could be a war of attrition in the stand-up, and it can go to decision, which I will lean towards Tom Aspinall via outpointing. Ultimately, who I think is going to win? Well, taking everything into consideration, even Tom Aspinall coming back from an injury, who knows if he's totally 100%. The reach advantage to Sergei, the power, everything each guy brings to the table, and their style. I think Sergei Pavlovich is on a roll, man. I'm going to go 60-40 Sergei Pavlovich, and it might be via stoppage from strikes. That's what I'm sticking with, but who the heck knows how this fight turns out. Both of these guys are super dangerous, great contenders for that belt. The actual belt, this is an interim belt they're fighting for. It's just an exciting matchup. Both these guys could finish each other. So I'm looking forward to this fight very much. I would have loved to see John Jones versus Stipe, of course, but this is a great one. Once again, going with Sergei Pavlovich. You guys let me know in the comment section, who are you picking for this fight and why? Thanks so much for watching this segment, guys. If you enjoyed the video, please hit that like button. Sharing would be great also. Appreciate it. Enjoy the fight. We'll come back and talk about it after it takes place. And until then, my friends, please take care. Stay safe.